Hey everybody! The question I get asked almost daily is how to mix colors for portrait painting or how to mix skin tones, and even though I've covered this topic many times, I want to go in depth one more time and show how I do it. So as you may know, I use these 5 main colors: burnt umber, ultramarine blue, cadmium red, cadmium yellow pale, and titanium white. Now, when I have these colors on my palette, I'm gonna pre-mix skin tones. I start with mixing darker tones first. For darker tones, I add a lot of burnt umber and ultramarine blue to the mixture, and the lighter the tone gets, I add less and less of these colors and mix in more titanium white. Keep in mind that there are many ways to achieve lifelike flesh tones, and we're not limited to this one method, but this is what I do and what works for me. You'll see me adjusting the colors a lot, adding a pinch of this color, a bit more of that color, and so on, until I'm satisfied with the tone. And I'm satisfied with it if it's close enough to the color that I see on the reference picture, or if I'm painting from life to the color I see on the model's face in front of me. Overall, I'm going to mix about 6 tones, from the dark ones to the light. Darker tones are the colors you see in the shadows, mid-tones are the most neutral, medium colors, and lighter tones are the colors that you see where the light hits the face, excluding the highlights. This is pretty much self-explanatory, but I thought I'd mention it anyways. I'm sure you are familiar with the color wheel. And if you aren't, I'm gonna explain how you can use it, at least in this one way. If you feel like the color you're mixing is too red, for example, all you have to do is to add the opposite color to make it less red. The opposite of red, as we can see on the color wheel, is green, so you have to add a little bit of yellow and blue to the mixture to tone down the redness. Let me give you another example. If your color is too blue, you need to add orange, so you add red and yellow, which together make the orange and do a great job of toning down the blue. I understand that this can be a bit confusing to some of you, but once you get a grasp of it, you know it's a pretty simple concept that can be quite useful. Now, I want to remind you that we're mixing some base colors, or like main colors that you can see right away looking at the person's face on the reference. But as you paint, you have to keep adjusting these colors, because human face has so many subtle colors and tones that you can't even see right away. Our skin is not just one unified tone, you know? So what I do is I add some more red, yellow, or blue to these pre-mixed colors as I paint when I need to create more variations of the tones. Let's say the cheeks are more pinkish, so I need to add a bit more red there, or the area under the eyes is more blue, so I need to make the colors slightly more blue in there, etc., etc. As you can see, I leave these clean leftover colors here on the palette, and that's because I'm still gonna use them and add some of those colors to the main mixes to create more variety. Here's the palette, that's what it looks like, and in a moment I'll show you what it becomes later. Okay, here it is. It's way messier now, and this is how my palette looks like in the process. I keep shifting the hues here and there to make the portrait look more lifelike and real, and that's all there is to it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have questions, leave them in the comments, you know I like to chat with you, and have a wonderful day. See you!